What's good, young boys, young ladies, young non-binaries, old ones too. It's your boy Dallas Gamer, and today I'm just kind of responding to what was said during my last video, talking about Caleb Hammer and D'Angelo. Surprisingly, when I talk about Caleb Hammer, uh, this is surprising, right? My last video, I got the SJWs. And the first video I did of him, I got the MAGAs. And apparently both sides think I'm on the other. So here's what nuance comes into play, right? Uh, it might be too advanced of a topic for some of you. And that's okay. We're all at different stages in our lives. I'm not judging. But let's get to the comments, okay? I'm loving it. Refuses to inform himself. This is what I said about D'Angelo. While he's showing clips of the shit he's claiming Caleb Hammer did, you're not the brightest bulb in that box. Caleb Hammer's whole fan base hates you, even if he himself doesn't. He creates a safe space for people to express their bigotry and distaste for people who look like you, my guy. And I just responded an hour ago. I'm like, hey, big man, I appreciate you taking out the time to respond. So out of consideration, I got a couple points in Caleb's video where you can see some of my points in my video. And then I gave timestamps in the 4 hour long video. We can go over it. No, it's not. Let's talk about just the comments, okay? There's a timestamp where he called him a fraud, and then he reads a comment saying that Caleb's racist. I think, if I'm not mistaken. Then makes a judgment call on Caleb, doesn't do anything further, and admits to it. I also hate that bigots support financial audit, and I disavow them. And that's just about as simple as that. I think racist people and non-racist people can like the same food place. You know what I'm saying? I think they can like the same games. I think they can like the same media. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that I am endorsing them. Okay? There's nuances to situations, and I think anybody can like anything, regardless of their political beliefs and their morality, With that being said, though, let me clearly state, I put my full face on here, my beautiful face. I can't stand racists. I can't stand bigots. Right? If you're actively hating on somebody because of the color of their skin, their sexual orientation, how they identify, I think that is stupid. The act of it is stupid, and you're being stupid for acting out that way. You know what I'm saying? If you're uninformed, be informed and do better. If you are informed and still choose that lifestyle, then you are a true bigot, and your point of view of the world is stupid and illogical. It's about as simple as that. Okay, moving on. How do you watch somebody scream and crash out for 4 hours, say things like "I destroy people, I destroy you," and come away thinking that just stated some tame AF opinions is the one that embarrassed himself. But for a lot of people that used to watch financial audit really frequently, myself included, stopped because of the things D'Angelo talked about. Less about Caleb's personally being racist or misogynistic. I'm sorry about that. Got a alarm. Because I don't know him. But more the fact that the audience, by a large majority, is, and the way Caleb and his team do things encourages them, prioritizing most train wreck, attention-seeking personalities, and spamming sensationalized crude humor that I thought died out in 2016 has alienated part of his audience. It doesn't really matter overall because there are plenty of people tuning in and filling empty spaces, but that doesn't make the reasoning some people have stepped away from watching his content any less valid. I believe that this comment overall is pretty much it's pretty much I agree. I agree. I've been watching. I've watched Caleb Hammer when he first started a few years back. Not religiously or whatever. I watch more now, but that's because I'm more. You know, I kind of look at my own financial situation and be like, hey, where can I do better in places? Where can I, where can I do better in places? And I think some of the guests are actually, interesting. With that being said, there are definitely parts where I feel uncomfortable because like, hey, the way you're talking is kind of insane, right? But I'm able to say like, it's just a character. He's being over the top for the views, right? That's kind of how YouTube has been for the past 2 or 3 years, actually. The bigger the personality, the bigger the audience, right? I kind of see that. Somebody says that's why I stopped watching him. I saw him play into it more and more over time and have no interest in clicking on dramatic thumbnails with misogynistic titles. Completely understand, you know what I'm saying? And for this side of his previous audience, I totally get it, and you are right in the way that you feel. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like that type of content and you're seeing that he's providing that type of content, okay, you are perfectly valid in your opinions to leave. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there should be a conversation about that. I'm not looking at people sideways because they stopped watching him because of the way that he's turned out. I've clearly seen the turn of his content, and I understand why people wouldn't watch. It's about as simple as that. You know what I'm saying? And I said so in the comment. D'Angelo said Caleb constantly uses slurs and insults directed at his guest. No lie, we all know it's true. Very true. Caleb uses the over-the-top thumbnails that insult his guests. Again, also true. Very true. He doesn't like being called out for clickbaity, inflammatory content, and always reacts like a toddler throwing a fit when things don't go his way. He tries to justify himself by adding his catchphrases. This content is not for you, and it's okay. As if that fixes everything. D'Angelo's said that Caleb makes this content purposely. He knows his audience is there to watch the show, which is 90% insults and 10% actual financial advice because it gets more views than being a respectful or just neutral person simply giving actual advice. I think that this comment is very on the nose and very true on what it is. You know what I'm saying? I would say that he crash out against somebody like D'Angelo because D'Angelo actually has an audience who attacks people. Because D'Angelo attacks people. You know what I'm saying? Like it. Most of his content isn't like positive. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what's wrong with this person? Or here's the downfall of this person. I think anybody who's seen D'Angelo's content can agree to that. I've been watching D'Angelo since COVID. You know what I'm saying? So like, seeing him with no hair is still kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I enjoy the way he talks because he talks very articulately. But none of us are perfect. He's had situations in the past where he was attacking somebody for something they can't control before. You know what I'm saying? What am I talking about? He made a video apologizing to the lady, but he was saying that I don't remember the exact situation, but it was this lady and he was going at her about her age and her acting out a certain way and attacking her for her age, basically. The next video, he apologized, seen the wrongs, and moved on. That was coming from a genuine place. What Caleb does with his guests isn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, him and the guests know that it's entertainment or whatever. So if he's okay with the insults coming his way, and the guests are okay with the insults coming their way. I think us as a third party can watch it or not, but it's not like the person is being sometimes right. Caleb would take it too far. He called some lady's mentally ill kid, called them something crazy, right? I think in the moment he thought it was okay. It's not, you know what I'm saying? But there are clear scenarios where sometimes he'll step out of line or whatever, and you know, as long as he's able to walk it back, I think that it's okay. You know what I'm saying? We're all making mistakes. I think that he should cut those mistakes. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, they're kind of just ripping it. You know what I'm saying? They're kind of ripping it, and he's taking his personality and turning it up for the audience. But at the same time, if that's what makes him money, go ahead and make your money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be mad if you're making money. Unless it's like him, every video, just being, racist or bigoted, you know what I'm saying? And it's like all video, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's do better. And there are some videos like that he does. I don't enjoy that. But the videos the videos like that, I'll click off, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, there's no need to, attack that hard or whatever. But at the same time, I'm trying to not be too sensitive because, like, I know it's just content, Did we watch the same 4 hours of both Caleb and D'Angelo live stream? So I'm like, what did you not agree with? Somebody says, yeah, Caleb is one of the biggest minority. He's mixed, white, and native. He's a YouTuber, podcaster worldwide who hires mostly minorities and women. Has a whole legal team and media team behind him. He's insanely transparent on how his process works, how most of it isn't real, but for entertainment to make sure guests feel okay and are paid to be there. He changes names and locations for their safety and more. He's also had the Democratic governor of Michigan on his show and criticized both left and right-wing politicians and commentary channels, including Nick Shirley. Like D'Angelo did, little to no research and came after Caleb Hammer. It's like a dude was trying to fight Mike Tyson in his prime. D'Angelo, no. Crazy. What I will say to this comment is, I didn't even know that he was native. You know what I'm saying? Again, y'all don't need to know too much about me, but I'm, you know what I'm saying? I got some native in me as well. So that's kind of cool, But Caleb himself, he's the brand, the content, and he's also the name. You know what I'm saying? So, when you say Caleb is X, Y, and Z, that attacks all three. You know what I'm saying? It's his image, it's his business, and his content. You know what I'm saying? It's not just attacking his content. So when D'Angelo says things like Caleb Hammer is a fraud, you're attacking all three, in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Caleb Hammer, his media is Caleb Hammer. You see what I'm saying? He goes with his name. It's not like Financial Audit is the brand. Financial Audit is a show. You know what I'm saying? A part of his brand. So, like, you kind of got to be careful. And that's why I said, you know what I'm saying, I think that Caleb got like, again, I'm no lawyer or anything like that, but I think he has a pretty good case. You know what I'm saying? Because that's his content, that's his brand, that's how he makes his money. And if you're throwing lies on that, then yes, I think that he has a legal standing. Whether or not he goes through with it or whether or not his lawyers advise him against it, that's up to them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a part of the legal team. I'm just a licensed insurance broker. You know what I'm saying? I can give pointed opinions on life insurance. I couldn't do it on legal consequences for people doing things. But in my opinion, yes, I think that D'Angelo did attack his business. You know what I'm saying? She says, delete the whole video and stop embarrassing yourself. And then she responded to the guy above. Like I said, y'all need to take this shit down. Who's y'all? No idea, but people are behind her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, what a wild stance to take, and I don't know, I have no words. Wow, uninformed, pathetic attempt to cover for your bud who will never cover for you. Please use your mind. Again, he is actively saying, I'm not going to push, I'm not going to go further into things. We don't gotta get into it now, but just look at the live stream. It's literally, he was saying it word for word. He was going bar for bar. I'm just going to believe this. You know what I'm saying? You can, like, go support D'Angelo Wallace. Watch that live stream and tell me if during the whole live stream he didn't say that he isn't going to read further. He sees a title and he's going to read further. You know what I'm saying? He's saying this like during the live stream. I'm not lying. You know what I'm saying? I'm not showing the clips or whatever, but what? Because I'm not showing the clips that doesn't exist. I'm lying or whatever. Why would I go on my channel and just get the line? You know what I'm saying? It's not what my I'm talking, right? I'm just saying my opinions on things. But it's not like what I said didn't come from a place of truth. You know what I'm saying? Either make a legit argument or stop glazing. How is he wrong? Explain. So that this just another person looking for explanation. Here come Love Strong. You're the reason I made this video. I'm 17 minutes in and I just said your name. You're the only name I'm really gonna say. I hope you aren't overwhelmed with the gaslighting. Okay, here we go. Here's the comment thread I really wanted to make the video on. 45 views in 2 hours, right? What would you say that for? My point being, according to Caleb, nobody cares about anything you have to say. What does that matter? What's like I make this channel to talk about what I want to talk about. I have clearly videos on my channel that had done poorly. You know what I'm saying? 45 views in 2 hours is okay for my channel. We can see where my views is right now if you want to. It's at 630. It's at 693. It's doing pretty okay on my channel, bro. Like okay. Like what like like you're saying that like again it didn't make sense then, and you're saying that to be hurtful, but at the same time it doesn't really make too much sense because yeah, okay, in 2 hours I got 45 views. Okay. Bro's comment had more likes than your entire 40-minute slot video. It was an hour, so you couldn't even get the minutes right. Why are you even still making videos? For me, I get on my channel to talk about what I want to talk about. Love Strong. Exactly, my friend. You hit it dead on. Why is she making a video of defense of him? Come on, there are better people to actually care about you to support. Here we go. Give some examples, buddy, please. Your response being as tone deaf as your video. ... Here we go, Love Strong. Well, I can't ask questions now. The tone isn't there for a simple question. Wow, the deflection is strong in you and still missing the point. Stop trying to claim victim. Didn't know where you got that from. No one said that you can't ask questions. What you say was irrelevant either way. After this conversation, it wasn't a conversation. I don't know what you're talking about. It's easy to see why you made this video. Why did I make this video? Again, bro, I'm saying with words why I put videos on my channel, but you'll clearly take what you want to hear, which half the time isn't even like a thing. You want to take what you want to hear and create conclusions by yourself, ignoring what's going through my head, like you're a part of my life to understand what I'm thinking. Okay, let's go with that one. The previous commentator and I already made our points. You didn't make a single point. You're asking questions to things you already have the answer to but don't want to hear. Not our problem. Let's see. I asked, well, give some examples, buddy, please. That's the question I asked. Was examples to, come on, there are better people who actually care about you to support. So I asked for him to give examples, for them to give examples. I don't know if Love Strong was a male or female or in between. I don't care. It's just a commenter who got a real big mouth, but you know isn't saying much. They're talking but aren't saying anything. You know what I'm saying? Some more replies. I'm pretty sure it's still in the chain. So I said, look here, you said, and then come on, there are better people who actually care about you to support. I asked you to give examples, and all of a sudden I'm claiming to be victim. I wanted you to elaborate on your claim. It's a very simple, straightforward thing to ask when arguments or statements are being presented. What we're not going to do is lie and act like I'm being vindictive. Go ahead and answer the question directly and move along. If it's hard for you to understand, I can't and won't send hate your way. I won't. I can't when somebody is clearly on a different intellectual level as me. Here we go. That's your responsibility. Stop coming on here making your emotions and thoughts everyone else's responsibility. You did not state that clearly, by the way. I had no clue you were asking for examples. What a joke, dude. Grow. What a joke, dude. What the hell, grow up. Here we go. What did I ask? Give some examples. What? I don't know. Here we go. If you don't understand, hey Siri, how do you say examples in Spanish? Ejemplos. I don't speak Spanish. Hey Siri, how do you say examples in Russian?
Примеры.
I didn't say. Hold on. What did you lie on my name again? It's in the same comment thread, by the way. How do you miss that? I said it in clear. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words. You couldn't see 6 words. I wasn't being clear in 6 words. You did not state that clearly, by the way. I had no clue you were asking for examples. So you see my comment and say, well, give some examples, buddy, please. Your response being as tone deaf as your video, ... Were you responding to this video? This vid had a lot of dislikes, so it's not like there aren't any engagement. I wasn't even talking to you. I specifically clicked reply to your comment so you can see it. I replied here. This comment I made was for here. Bro's comment had more likes than your entire 40-minute slot. Why are you even still making videos? I clicked reply to this guy. This guy didn't respond. You did, Love Strong. I specifically clicked reply to your message because you said, come on, there are better people who actually care about you to support. And so I asked for examples because now clearly you think you're in my life. This parasocial shit gotta stop. I'm just talking on things that's happening on the internet. It doesn't mean that I'm staking my life and soul behind these people. Just because I watch something doesn't mean I support them. Just because I watch something doesn't mean I give them money. You know what I'm saying? I give them my time because my time isn't going anywhere else, or it's background noise to something else I'm doing. Maybe work related that you don't know of in my life. But come on, there are better people who actually care about you to support. Perfect. You're in my life. Give some examples. I even said please. I pleaded with you. And you say specifically, let's say verbatim, you did not state that clearly, by the way. I had no clue you were asking for examples. So you didn't have not a single clue. You couldn't read a 6-letter reply. But you want to reply being all snarky, not your response being as tone deaf to your video. What? It's tone deaf to plead for examples from a person. It's tone deaf now. Let's get there. Yeah. What tone of the video should be for me to ask for examples? Where's the difference of tone there? Because you said it. It's still there. It's still up. I'm not going to reply to you anymore. This video is for you now. Love strong. Here we go. Again, I can't hate. I can't hate on a person who isn't even in the same intellect. You had not a single clue I asked for examples. It wasn't stated clearly for you. You know what I'm saying? So clearly me and you aren't, we can't be on the same intellectual standing, you know what I'm saying? First, I don't hate on people in general. You know what I'm saying? If you aren't in my life, I can't hate on you. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate you, love strong. What I am is very confused. Right? Cause here you are in my comment section. Hold on. We're gonna get here now. Haha, answer the question directly when you only asked me the question when you only just asked me the question directly. Had no clue you were asking for examples of people who would support you. I just did not think anyone would even ask that. You completely missed the point. Those examples are not going to change the fact that your boy feels the way he does about you. What does he feel about me? LOL, I already made my point. You only proved it. What point did you make and how did I prove it? Let's go to mine. Well, look here. Yeah. If it's hard for you, I understand. I can't and won't send hate your way. Here we go. What did I do? Let's see. I didn't call you out your name. Let's see. I didn't call you out your name. I didn't say anything about you. I directly responded to your response to me. Right? So hate or anything isn't in there. Right? But I could tell there's some feeling when you're over here calling when it's you're telling me to grow up and you're lying, saying that I didn't state it clear. How much more clear? I sent you specifically. I replied to you specifically and gave you 6 letters or 6 words. 6 words. I think what's the hardest word? What's the hardest word here? Give some examples, buddy, please. Examples. What's that? 3 syllables? That examples is literally the most difficult word here. In 6 words, examples is the most difficult word. Maybe that's why you missed it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Is there a reason you missed it? Is this not clear enough? Show me an example where I could have been even more clearer with you. I didn't want to overwhelm you, but at the same time, I just need examples for why you decided that you're in my life enough to know who to know better people for me to support, who care about me. You're in my life, so there are people that you know, better people than what I still support Caleb Hammer in this situation, and their situation with him where I don't support him. So you're in your own little bubble. Your bubble's wrong, and here you are thinking that you could comment on my life, right? Thinking that you can comment on my life when you don't know a clue. You don't got a clue about me. This is the one video you've seen of me. The video before this was literally me coming at Caleb because he's smearing poop on walls. He's smearing shit on walls, and I go off on that nigga. And I have his fans coming at me, acting like I called him some dictator or something, when I didn't. Now I got people lying on my name, acting like now all of a sudden I'm the biggest Caleb supporter. It's from one extreme to the other. Why is the extremes? Why can't there be any kind of nuance with you people? Why isn't there any kind of nuance where you can have a conversation with? Maybe it's just the commenters. Maybe because we aren't speaking verbally. So maybe that's why you don't understand. And I didn't clearly state for you to give some examples. And I said please at the end. I pleaded with you. Honestly, hold on, cause you got I don't even want to talk about anything else again. It's really just one more response, and they had a clear, level-headed response comment. Honestly, I'm not surprised D'Angelo hopped on his deframe train again. Again, Angelo makes negative content on people. He isn't a positive figure on the internet. He really isn't. He's talking about things that's gone wrong, companies that have done wrong, people have done wrong, creators that have done wrong, literally. You know what I'm saying? This is how his content is. So it's not like he's being a positive Nancy on YouTube here or anything, okay? So let's not act like that's who D'Angelo is. He's got a bit of history doing it before. Then Pearl clutches over things not even related to the main topic he's trying to argue. Him making baseless claims like that against people who have a bigger platform is risky. Maybe this will be the reality check he needs. Listen, bro. He's a pretty sizable audience with an audience who just loves to attack people, clearly. Right? They're in my comments, you know what I'm saying? They're dislike bombing my video. I got 9 likes to like 43 dislikes, you know what I'm saying? My most disliked video, I think, you know what I'm saying? But with that being said, it's not like what I said in my video was wrong. It's not like I'm saying anything wrong here. You know what I'm saying? Let's go back to Level Up Strong, though. Who's in the hate? LOL, so cowardly, trying to pretend you are taking some higher moral ground over me when I already had ended my initial comment with advice for you to do better for yourself. The comment was meant to wake you up, but I see you love, you sleep. Deflect, mischaracterize, distract. You can't even spell distract right. Let's be so fucking for real. Let's keep it a band. Let's keep it a buck and then add 50 to it, bro. Are you joking? You're in my comment section trying to talk down to me and you can't even spell distract right. Are you? Let's. So here you are characterizing me as if you seen one video of me. You didn't even see the whole video. If you seen the whole video, I doubt that you would be in this comment section like you are. You didn't even see the I was being very gracious with you. You didn't see the comments that I left with you. I've only responded to your comments. Here you are trying to attack my character. This is and this is the audience that follows D'Angelo. You know what I'm saying? This is the loud version of their audience. Because, again, you know what I'm saying? I've watched D'Angelo's video. I haven't really watched anything recent, to be honest, ever since he came back. I haven't really watched anything recent. But here we have people just attacking people, thinking that they're somehow smarter or more informed or got a higher intellect than you know, someone else. You know what I'm saying? Again, here I am. I made the video fully expecting people like this to hop on, but I thought it'd be more Caleb hammers again. You know what I'm saying? Because before I wasn't, you know what I'm saying, I was neutral and I was neutral, kind of leaning against Caleb. You know what I'm saying? All I do is just watch Financial Audit. I watch Financial Audit. I don't watch his live channel or whatever. That's why I'm a fan of Financial Audit. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily Caleb Hammer. You know what I'm saying? But his audience was coming at me. Now I got D'Angelo's audience coming at me. And they both think I'm clearly on the other side, which I don't understand, because I haven't made any like strong like stances here and there. I'll say this, right? I'm not right wing at all. I'm not right winged at all. Let me go full screen so you can hear me. I'm not right winged at all. It's fuck ice forever. It's fuck Trump forever. It's we got literal pedophiles running our government for years, right? Who and it's been a known secret. You know what I'm saying? That these are strong people in strong positions doing very inhuman and disgusting things behind the scenes, right? But here we have an administration who is front and center telling you that it's fuck whatever you saying. You know what I'm saying? We're still gonna do what we do. You know what I'm saying? We we got a literal pedophile president. You know what I'm saying? Oh, there isn't any evidence. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. It can't be any evidence because he's controlling the evidence. How is he going to show you that he's being a pedophile? Explain that one to me. You know what I'm saying? Explain it to me and make it detailed because I'm stupid and I really need your help here. Okay? Anyway, don't call me Matt, and that's gonna piss me off too, bro. Don't you dare sit here and assume that you know anything about me, cause you don't. You know what I put out on the internet. You know what I put out online. You know what I'm saying? Here I am making strong political stances now because I haven't before, but here I got people sitting here claiming I'm a MAGA. I had to delete that comment, okay? Because you're not going to do that on my channel. Don't ever do that on my channel. You know what I'm saying? I got people claiming I'm a MAGA because I'm asking for examples on someone sitting here commenting on my life like they know me. Who are you in my life that you just know someone better in my life that I can support? Explain who you are first. Maybe you're my mama or something. Are you one of my many cousins? I have a big family that's even bigger because I don't know anyone on my father's side. I'm dadless gamer for real. I don't know a soul on my dad's side. Maybe you're on my dad's side. Are you a long lost sibling who you just know that there's someone better in my life that I can support? I want to go back to your one last comment so I can move on from you. I won't be watching. I said I'll be sure to respond in my next video, which I'm doing now. I won't be watching, but thank you. This conversation, quote unquote, was more than enough for me. Goodbye. Have a good life. Please stop groveling at the feet of someone who will trample you. Don't ever again, bro. Groveling to who? Caleb? Because one video I'm the biggest Caleb hater ever. Now this video I'm groveling at this man. And this is one commenter, and I know it's just one commenter, but this really pissed me off because it's just one commenter, but there are plenty of people who echo the same sentiment. They just won't do it as publicly as this person. Right? That's really dumb and stupid, where you just have to talk in extremes because you can't understand that there's nuance in situations. Maybe the word nuance is too strong. Maybe I'm being too mean with the word nuance, but okay. Let me try to double down. Cause I'm a gaslighting champ. You know what I'm saying? I'm a gaslighting champ. Apparently. Here we go. Explain to me clearly how I'm being gaslighting. How I'm gaslighting anyone. Because I can explain to you clearly how I'm not. So let's be equals here. If I can explain to you exactly how I'm not, but you make a claim to say that I am, all I want you to do is explain your side. That's all. If it's too much to ask, okay. My bad. Maybe I'm asking too much of someone who can't understand. There are plenty of people out there, and it isn't just kids, so I don't want to sit here and make it an age thing. There are plenty of older people who are the same way. I've dealt with them. I've worked with them for years. It hurts. It hurts. It does. But don't you dare sit here and act like you're in my life, okay? That parasocial shit, gotta cut that shit out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just because I take a stance on the internet situation doesn't mean that I'm projecting myself in this man's life, thinking I'm his biggest supporter or anything like that, because I'm not. You know what I'm saying? All you had to do was open my channel and see that I'm not. That's all you had to do. Apparently, Caleb Hammer is the topic of the month for me. He's like the one creator I've talked about probably more. Nah, I've talked about EDP a little bit more, but it's been spaced out between years with that guy. Yeah, back to back to back. You know, Caleb Hammer videos in some way, shape, form. It's kind of crazy. I'll be honest. But that's just how it is. I'm done with the comments, bro. All the comments are gonna echo the same kind of sentiment, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? Again, having conversations is very hard for people, and I do understand that. But for the people who are trying to come at me sideways, all I want you to do is give me examples on how I'm being a gaslighter. How am I groveling at the feet of Caleb Perry? I was gonna call him a white guy, but apparently he's mixed with Native. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying, me groveling at the man's feet. I didn't even know what ethnicity this guy is. Okay, let's go with that one. But again, you know me more than I know me, clearly. Off one video that you've seen on my channel, you couldn't even be bothered to open my channel, but you're in this comment section thinking that you know everything. You know what I'm saying? Crazy, insane. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done talking about it. I'm not even. I'm very confused. Very confused. That's just about it. But with that being said, man, I'm done. I'm out. Peace.